guys, it's HeySofia and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is day 10 of CRAFTMAS and today we're going to be doing something that you guys have been requesting in our live streams, which is building a Christmas tree. Now the only issue we have is I'm playing in the snapshot and you can see that the skulls that normally would look completely normal are acting a little bit funny in the snapshot. I thought it was maybe just this one place I was getting my skulls from, but it's all skulls, so the skulls are gonna look a little bit funny. Now, I did actually build a Christmas tree last year as well, but I wanted to revisit it just because so many of you were interested, and it's always good to try and make it look different every year and do different things on it. You can also see from the beginning of the episode, I have also changed the village a little bit. We have extended the river and I've also added more pathways and lighting. I've terraformed a little bit. So I'm going to continue building in my own time the more houses like I said, and then show you guys lots of different little Christmassy things that you can add. For our Christmas tree though today, we are going to be basing it off the spruce trees in Minecraft, and the reason I'm doing that is because although I love building my own trees and stuff like that, I find if you already have a tree which basically represents a Christmas tree, it's just best to kind of replicate that and build a bigger one. You are more than welcome though to change the way that your Christmas tree looks and make it a very big and bushy one. So how you go about doing this is just make a 2x2 base of these spruce logs. You want it to be fairly tall, so it's best to kind of go from a distance like this and see how tall it is. I feel like these town kind of main Christmas trees need to be a really big tree, like from a massive forest, even if the town has somehow dragged it away, which you tend to find at the Christmas markets in Europe. So you want it to be the tallest tree in the village, but you don't want it to be obnoxiously tall. You don't want it to be so tall that it seems unreal. You want it to be kind of that good height where it could be like, oh, that's a really old tree. And yeah. To start the base of a tree, you want to go 2 blocks high of a gap. So it's kind of like you can walk underneath the tree. And then you basically just want to start making this big square. How big you make it depends on how tall you want your tree to be. The wider the base is, the taller your tree is going to end up. I'm going to go out about 3 blocks on my tree just like this. You want to make a perfect square shape, and then on your last kind of like square, you want to just remove the corners. And this is exactly replicating kind of like the leaf pattern from the spruce tree. You then want to go out like this by 2. And then you want to smooth out those corners again, like I said, on your final making little square there. So the way I like to do it is you do one big layer, another layer slightly smaller, and then you have this top layer here, your smallest, and then you go out again to your next layer. Now this next layer could be the same height as the same width as the first big layer. There are some spruce trees that actually have 2 bottom layers which are the same width for the largest layer, which are these ones I'm building now, and then they start to go smaller. Or you can have spruce trees in Minecraft which have just go completely to a triangle point, so each bigger layer is smaller than the layer underneath. It's completely up to you on how you would like to go about doing it, but I think the easiest way for you to just do it is grow a bunch of spruce trees and see what you like. Everyone likes something different. I like it like a little bit more when it's more smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, rather than the spruce trees in Minecraft, which are, you can see what I mean here. So this is kind of replicating a spruce tree which has the same height, but to me personally, I think it looks a little bit weird when you're trying to grow a bigger tree. So we're going to make it a little bit wider on the bottom instead of removing it from the top. So we're going to go like this, add one more layer there, and then curve out the corners like so. So again, curving out the corners to replicate a spruce tree in Minecraft. We're then going to extend the next layer here, just like this. So I find it easier to extend just the original things and then curve out your corners like this again. Another curve out, there we go. Oh, not like that there. And again, and then we're going to fill in the, oh, forgot this corner too, there we go. And then we're going to fill in underneath here, at a corner, oh, not like that. And you basically just want to do this over and over. So each layer is smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And then you're going to end up with a very beautiful spruce tree like you will see in a second. There we go. So you will end up with something like this. So you can see how each of my big layers is smaller and smaller and smaller. Now you can either have the wood showing up the top of your spruce tree like that. Some spruce trees in Minecraft are like that too, so you can just remove the log. Or you can have it with leaves in that area there, or wood, completely up to you. Again, it's whatever you like doing. You might want a really realistic looking Minecraft spruce tree, so you keep the wood there, or you might want something that looks more bushy and Christmassy and big tree, so you remove the wood. Now there are a few things that you can do on top of your tree here. You could do bells if you wanted to have a more wood base. That would probably work. Not going to work with leaf blocks though. You could place gold blocks like this and make a big kind of like star on top of your tree. You could use glowstone so it's a star that kind of like shines bright on top of the tree. Because I've gone for a base though that is 2x2, there's no way to perfectly put a like 1-point star on top of my tree. So I'm actually going to leave mine blank, and I think that looks best anyway. If you were to look up any Christmas markets in Europe, you'll find that a lot of the trees actually don't put stars on top. It's more just about the baubles and the decorations and little tinsels and lights that go around the tree, rather than having something on top. So I'm just making some tinsel at the moment with the red wool blocks, and the reason I'm doing this is because I kind of like the texture that the wool has. It does remind me of tinsel. Now you can use whatever colors you like. I'm going for a red and yellow swirl. So with the red swirl, you can see that it goes around the tree, but then some areas are going to look a little bit bare. So I'm also going to do a yellow swirl in the same exact kind of shape and direction, so that way they are kind of matching. I'm also going to place a bunch of baubles all over the tree with my tree, and we'll talk about that a little bit further. So the way I'm going to start my tinsel is from the other side, but do it the exact same as how I did my red, and you'll end up with this. And then baubles, if you don't have skulls, which I know is very difficult for some people to get really creative with the kind of blocks that you use. I'm using watermelons at the moment, which is because they have a really lovely green and yellow stripy shape. They could be a kind of really cool pattern for your tree. You could use, what kind of blocks do we have? Sponges have a beautiful texture on them. Even blocks of gold can be your shiny kind of baubles. Think about different things that you can do. You can do glass as well. Glass baubles are actually really popular. People love to put the clear glass and put fake snow in them or little plants. So glass baubles are also really popular to have on trees. You can color theme your trees. So maybe you want to go more only green, maybe more like green, red, gold, and like silver, and just theme all your blocks to be like that. You don't have to use skulls to make really beautiful Christmas trees in Minecraft. Think about even using mushroom blocks. I think they're quite pretty and cute, and they got little polka dots. Even emerald blocks kind of look like little glittery baubles on the tree. And I think anyway, decorating it that way is gonna look like a very Minecraft themed Christmas tree, very appropriate for a Minecraft Christmas. So there's actually a huge variety of blocks that are really going to suit decorating your tree, but you just want to kind of go around and around, evenly pacing them. You don't want to bunch up too many types of bauble in one area, otherwise it's going to look cluttered and a little bit odd. You just want to evenly paste all your little baubles all over the tree, including skulls if you add those as well. We're just going to place a few more over on this side because it's a little bit bare there. Maybe one there. And I'm going to speed up ahead. And there we go. So the final thing I actually added to my tree was some lanterns to add as lights. If you don't have lanterns because you're not in the 1.14 snapshot, you can always use torches, or even like endstone rods would be a really great thing to add. Or glowstone. You could hide the glowstone in amongst all the leaf blocks. That's another great way to add some light, like coming from your tree but hiding the lights. Now to make a little tree skirt underneath, you could use the red wool, but I think it's more appropriate to kind of use a block that suits the outdoor area. So I'm replicating a little tree skirt by using some of these nether bricks. I think the red is a really lovely, rich, Christmassy, warm, kind of jolly red. So I think it's very appropriate to be using this for a little tree skirt. It also means people can walk under the tree without worrying about dirting a little woolen tree skirt underneath it as well. And to finish off the area, the last thing we're going to do is add a little fence just to kind of fence it off so people are also not walking off the edge around our tree. But you can see how simple this build is. It's something really beautiful and really easy that you can do to add to any village or build that you have. I think Christmas trees are something that are really just quintessential Christmas. Everyone has a Christmas tree at Christmas time. Towns and with little Christmas markets love to set up Christmas trees at Christmas times. So I think it's the best way to add a little bit of Christmas to your village or build or town. But there you go, you guys. There is how to build a really easy Christmas tree in Minecraft. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Comment down below, do you think you would have a particular color theme for your Christmas tree in Minecraft? And also don't forget to hit the bell button for notifications every time I do post a video. It would be much appreciated. But like always guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye.